Hey, what's up, guys? Making a new video trying to help you guys out. It's my '03 Silverado. Has a 6.0 swap in it. I was running the Corral-LSXc transmission, two-wheel drive, and a couple weeks ago I went down to the junkyard, and lucky me, I found the Corral-80E. It was a 2004 Silverado that had that transmission, and it had also the 6.0 LQ4. But on mine, I put the LQ9 off of a '05 Escalade, so I had to modify some stuff. If not, that transmission would have, worked right away, bolted. I could have just swapped it easily, but since this engine is a LQ9, one of the things I had to do on the ECM, you have to add 2 wires, and it's connector 22 and 23, and it's a blue and a red wire that you have to run, because this transmission, it has an extra sensor. And of course, once you do that, you have to get the ECM tuned. If not, it's not going to shift right. And of course, I learned the hard way, because I was asking around quite people if I needed to mess with the ECM. They said no, but that's a main thing that you have to do once you do a swap. But if you have the 6.0 LQ4 and it has the original ECM with it, you don't have to mess with nothing. But if you have the LQ9, you do have to mess with the ECM. You have to program it so it can read that transmission with it. And on the main, I'll see if I can get under here. That's the bad thing about lower trucks. You see this connector right here? I'll try to put a better picture showing you. You have to take that off, and you're gonna have to swap 2 wires from that. Then that other sensor I'm talking about is gonna be behind this neutral sensor right here. You can't really see it, but it's gonna be behind there. That connector that you have to add, that you have to run all the way down to the ECM. And another thing you're gonna have to do, the yoke, bigger yoke, and your drive line. You're gonna have to, if you want to use the one you had with the Corral-LSXc, you're just gonna have to take it to the shop that messes with them, and have them cut it. I had to get mine about 1 inch shorter. I don't know if you can, I can't really see it, but yeah, I had to take it in. They charged me probably like $75. I had to buy that yoke. That one was probably around $85. And for the transmission mount right here, you can see it. That's the one that was on that '04 Silverado. So once I took off the transmission, I brought that one too, because I was seeing some videos how to modify the original one. I don't know, you can see right there where it used to be. Still have to get a torch and take all that off. Yeah, that's where the original one was, and it's on this one. It has to set back a couple inches, so it was easier just to because this, you can see it has a bolt right there and right there. So I just drilled 2 holes on each side, and it was way easier doing that instead of trying to modify the original one. And this one, it's also the OEM on the GM. So it worked pretty good. It's way easier just to do that instead of trying to modifying all the brackets. And I'll put on this video the diagram how to swap those cables I'm talking about from the transmission going down to the ECM also. See if that helps out a little bit. But yeah, the most painful process was probably this thing right here, the transmission mount. Because I was trying to figure out, I was looking at some videos how to, modify with leaving the original bracket that this truck had. And it's just a pain in the ass, man. If you guys can find this, it's way easier and saves you a lot of time. And also on the flex plate, you're gonna have to swap that, because on the Corral-LSXc trans it has a 3-bolt, and this one needs a 6-bolt. So you're gonna have to take that one off. And the one I bought, it had a spacer in it. Obviously you're gonna need that one. So if you do the swap, make sure you get the one that has a spacer, and the spacer is gonna be facing towards the engine. So don't make sure you put it right. And if you do the take off your transmission, it's best off the seals that are on the back of the engine, get them replaced. They're not very expensive to buy. And once you have the transmission out, it's best off to replace those, because when they have when the engine has a lot of miles, they leak a lot. And I know probably should have done a video when I was doing this, but yeah, I didn't think about that. But hopefully it helps you out if you try and do the swap, because it was pretty fun, I guess. But yeah, the main thing is you have to get a flex plate. It has a 6-bolt, has a spacer on it. And on my torque converter, I ordered mine online with the 2500 stall, and it works pretty good, man. It's way better transmission than the Corral-LSXc if you try and put the horsepower in it. But yeah, that's kind of a process that you have to do. Like I said, you have to change the flex plate, 6-bolt, make sure it has a spacer. Then the cable that activates the neutral switch, you can use the same one. It just has this little thing right here where you can adjust it, because you're gonna have to adjust it. And your drive line, your yoke, you're gonna have to change your yoke. If you're gonna use the same drive line you used to have, you're gonna have to make it shorter. I made mine an inch shorter. Then you're gonna have to replace the transmission mount right here. Like I said, it's best off if you find one like this. It's way easier instead of trying to modify the one you have. You just have to drill 2 holes on each side. Then it's pretty simple from there. What else? Oh yeah, and on mine I got these headers off eBay. I probably paid like $198 for both of them for the kit. You can see it has elbow and everything, and they fit pretty good for the price I paid. It's pretty decent. Yeah, I'll turn it on so you guys can hear it. Yeah, it sounds pretty nice. Still have to get a plan to put 2 tips on there because that's too small. Once I step on it pretty good, it makes this kind of weird sound to it. And you guys know that these LS motors are pretty known for a bolt, you know, breaking. You can probably see right there on the very back one. I couldn't get that one off, so I just put it like that. Right now, it doesn't seem like it's leaking, but I know it's gonna eventually leak. So I'm just gonna run it for that, like that, for until it leaks, and probably get, you know, take it off and try to weld a nut to it and try to take it off. But right now, that's how I'm gonna leave it right now. You can see down here, it's barely clear down here. But for the price that I paid for them, I think they're pretty good. It's not bad. Yep, work in progress. Probably next step is putting a cam. Hopefully with that transmission and being an LQ9, putting a cam, hopefully probably around maybe 650, 660 horsepower. And then after that, I don't know, my next step was also taking it to paint. Probably like a red color, of course. Red makes it go faster, I guess. But yeah, that's the process of doing a Corral-LSXc swap. If I left anything out, I'll try to put it in the video. But yeah, man, if you guys have any questions, you know, just comment and I'll try to help out as much as I can. And if you think this video helped out a little, just like and subscribe. Alrighty, have a good one, man.